Hi Raunak, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for being here today and representing Queen Mary University of London. So as all of us know, Queen Mary is a very popular university in the UK and we're excited to know about your journey there. So in this video, I'm going to talk about Raunak's background, his experiences first, then talk about what it's like to study at QMUL, then the finances and the job market. So it does not matter whatever course you're studying at QMUL, be it law, marketing, business, engineering, anything. This video is like, this interview has like a bit of everything. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. So let us begin. Can I please ask you to introduce yourself with your name? Which course are you studying? And again, at which university?
Hi, I'm Raunak. I'm doing my Master's in Law, LLM, and Queen Mary University. And thank you, Devyani, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Of course. So let us talk about your background first. Can you tell me where are you from?
I'm from West Bengal, India, West Bengal, not exactly Calcutta, like a small town near Calcutta.
Okay. What did you do your bachelor's degree in?
So my bachelor's is in law, LLB, bachelor's in law from KIT University, Kalinga Institute of Technology from Bhubaneswar, Orissa.
Right. And right now, again, which course are you studying?
I'm doing master's in law, LLM.
Okay. And
Right.
what is the specialization?
My specialization is in commercial and corporate law. So in commercial corporate law, IP law, then criminal law, in general banking law, and that like you have a lot of options for your masters.
Okay. So you're doing one of that. So how did you come to choose that specialization?
So in my undergrads, my honors subject was in taxation, and my father, he's also a tax advocate, so like I've always been inclined towards the taxation side and all. But like before doing my masters, I developed this thing about the company matters. Okay, so all the corporate dealings and everything, like wherever in any corporate dealings, any international companies and all, when they come to do business and all, so a lot of legal things are required, like in every field of life. Like the legal aspect is always there. Whatever you are doing, there is a legal side to it. So I felt like I'm interested in this thing, like
Okay.
company law, the corporate law, international corporate law mainly.
Okay. So can you tell me when did you graduate? What year?
I graduated 2020, and then 1 year it's gone for COVID.
Right.
Yeah, but I was working with a CA at that time in the COVID year, with the CA and with my father as well. So
So why did you choose to study at QMUL?
So see, like QML is a reputed college, a good college, or Russell Group University, and it is also in the world ranking. It is in the top 100 universities in the world, and in UK also, like it is having a good rank in the entire UK. So it is a good university, like in all aspects, like
Right.
not only in studies. You have a lot of options, like your co-curricular, you can get involved in a lot of co-curricular activities here, a lot of other things.
Right.
Lots of social gatherings are organized by the college itself, and like
That.
you get Queen Mary gave me a good opportunity to connect with a lot of people though, like.
Okay, interesting. So can you tell me how many years of experience do you have? Like, were you like you, as you mentioned, you have worked before in with a CA, but other than that, like, have you done a couple of internships, or how does that look like?
Yeah, so I have done like 10 internships, like in law we have 5 years in bachelor's. So every year we used to, like I used to do two internship every year, like each semester one internship.
Okay.
So but the sad thing, like none of my internships, 10 internships, none of them are recognized here in UK, because all of them were from India. So like they don't, like when I'm applying for jobs here and everything, they do not consider your internships from, like, which you have done back in
Okay.
your country.
So is
So
it specifically because the laws in India are different, or it's in general, like they do not want experience in farming?
I think in general, because see, like international law which I'm doing, it's almost like the same. It's for international commercial transactions and all, everything that is same. But India and UK, a lot of laws are similar. Even if not same, they are very similar, because we also follow a common law system. So basically all the countries which have been colonized by the British Empire, most of them, like, they follow common law system till date.
Right.
So
So then why do you think is the reason? Like, do they specifically tell that, Indian internships do not matter at all? Or
like I got this reply like from two places, like lack of experience, and I asked them like, why is it lack of experience? Because I'm having solid 10 internships. A lot of people are not having solid 10 internships.
Mhm.
And so their reply was like, it's all in India, not here. I asked them like, but they will, but which is actually true, because the procedural thing is a lot different from here, like what in India and here.
Right,
So
makes sense.
the
Okay.
studies and law, what we study and law, those things are same, but the procedure, how we work, the procedural system, that is a bit different from India and
And from
UK.
okay. Okay, interesting. So let us talk about your course in QMUL. So can you tell me how is your semester divided? Like how many terms do you have?
We have 3 terms. My
Okay.
third term is going on now. So in first term, so basically you can choose 2 modules or 3 modules. That entirely depends on you. The whole thing was like, there is a concept of 180 credits. Okay, so we'll have to select our modules, our subject accordingly. Like there should be 180 credits, and you can keep 90 credits in one semester, 16 other, and anyhow you can arrange it, but in overall it should be 180 credits in
Right.
in 3 semesters.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was, in my first semester I took 75 credits, 2 modules of 30 credits and 1 module of 15 credit. Do you want me to name them, like the
Just
modules?
name few of them. That would be
Yeah.
great.
So like the first was international commercial arbitration, 30 credit module, international commercial litigation, that is a 30 credit module.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this taxation module, tax laws in UK. In comparison to other countries, the module was that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 15 credit module.
Okay.
And the 30 credit modules, we had exam,
Okay.
like online exam. Entire 24 hours is given to
Mm-hmm.
us. We get the question,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to submit our paper within 24 hours.
So I have another question for you. So as you
Yeah.
mentioned, you're doing commercial law. Is that right?
Yeah.
A term, yeah. So do you like how did like before you apply, do you have to like disclose that this is the law you want to pursue? Or after you come to university, you have to like you have these options and then you choose. Like how does that process look like?
No, like while applying for my course, I applied only like for corporate and commercial law, like from the beginning. And also in my SOP, I have also stated like I have interest in
Commercial law.
commercial law. And
Okay, so later you can't change. Like you are just enrolled for that course.
I'm not sure about it, because I never wanted to change it, but I think you can. And also, like picking up the modules, we have a flexible, like the system is very flexible. So
Mhm.
like I can pick up a module from IP law as well, like
Okay.
any patent module, or any, like any GI module, or anything like,
Okay. So that
or any, or so I might also pick up any module from
right.
banking sector,
So
or
how many
criminal
options do you even
law.
have?
So the most difficult task for me, like after coming in UK, and when I was like picking up my modules, so there was so many lucrative mm, 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 modules, so many things. Like I was so confused, like which to take and which not to take,
Mm-hmm.
because in India we hardly have so many options. Like we are provided with a very limited option, narrow
Mm-hmm.
thing. we don't even in most of the university we don't even get to pick up our modules.
Right.
We just apply for the course, and it's the course that they have a set pattern. They only provide us with that module. But here it is not like that. We get to
Mhm.
pick up our own subject, what we find interesting, what you find interesting, anything you can pick up. So there is nothing which binds you, you can
Right.
say.
So all like it must be hard to choose, right? Like, are you happy with the modules
Yeah,
you
yeah,
finally?
I'm happy with all the modules I've choose. So I took a long time to
Mhm.
choose. I was asking my father, like, father, should I take this or that? Then he was like, I am here in India, you figure that out there
Mhm,
yourself.
mhm.
So it was bit confusing for me.
Right.
I was confused at parts.
So tell me, did you have lectures every day?
No, not every day,
Mhm.
not every day.
So remember, like, of course, you stay in my accommodation, so I know you have that journey. But I remember you had to book your slots to go to class. What was that about?
Yeah, so that was because of the entire COVID scenario.
Mm-hmm.
We like a lot, not a very lot of people they were allowed in a class. Okay, like
Mm-hmm.
mass gathering was restricted and everything.
Mm-hmm.
For that, um, like the first few people, like suppose just for example, suppose there is 80 people or 100 people in one module. Huh. Only 50 can attend the class offline in person class. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 50 who will be booking the slots for in-person class, they'll be going for the in-person class.
And otherwise, everything is online.
Yeah, otherwise it's online. But now, as of now, nothing is like that, because the COVID restrictions and everything, they have been taken up, and like, so
So first
there is no
semester was
restriction.
different for you, and second
Yeah,
semester.
first semester and second semester was different. We had to book our classes, but for third semester there was nothing. Like, in fact, we attended a class with 200 people together in the third semester, advocacy in commercial disputes, that
Mm-hmm.
module. We attended like 200 people in one class. So it
Okay.
feels good as well, like 200 people in a lecture theater.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Must be massive.
Yeah.
So tell me, how long is one lecture then?
So we have two things. One is the proper lecture, where the professor tells you things, like he teaches you and everything. And the second is SGT. SGT is like a small group teaching, like basically a small group discussion.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to read or go through the lecture which we have attended, and then attend the SGT, because in SGT we are asked questions, and and basically it is about a discussion with the teacher. And if you go through the things which you have attended, like the lecture which I've attended, if you go through that, and if you study, if you read all your materials, then it'll be good for you to be involved in the discussion. So like
Right.
you can contribute, and also you can get to know a lot of things, because other peoples will also be contributing.
Right. So like lecture is for 2-3 hours, and
The
is
lecture is for 2 hours mostly.
uh,
The lecture is for 2 hours, and the SGT classes are for 1 hours.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then like SGT and everything must be offline, right? In classes?
No, not necessarily.
Not that-
SGTs, few SGTs were online, and few SGTs were in person as well. So
Okay, so when you talk about like the lectures part of it, and you mentioned that okay, 200 people in one class and the teacher is teaching, how
yeah.
interactive is, because somebody who is sitting on the last bench might be a bit intimidated to raise up their hand and ask a question. So how active are people in class, and do they really like, or is just the teacher showing a presentation and speaking? How is that like?
Everyone gets a chance to speak. That's the best part. Everyone gets a chance to speak, and the professors, like, at least for me, like, I feel they all have been really good.
Mhm.
um yeah,
Okay,
they
so
all
20
have
to
been very
200 people
supportive.
is not very overwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And about SGTs, like, sometimes not everybody's a very, outspoken person. Sometimes they're introverts. So does teacher go like, okay, Ronak, you answer this question, or is it very voluntary in that sense?
It generally it is voluntary, but sometimes they like the professors, they put you in groups, so that a small group, like 3 people in a group and all. And in that case, you'll have to contribute, like you'll have to speak, you'll have to speak up, you'll have to tell, you'll have to
Mm-hmm.
give your points, and everything, you'll have to discuss
Right. And how are your assignments and projects like? Like, is it more theoretical, more practical? How does that look like?
That depends on the topic, whether it is theoretical or practical. So I had only one essays, and that too, I was not provided with any topic, so I had to choose a topic for that thing. So
Mhm.
my essay was a comparison between the taxation system in UK, France, and India. uh, so
So that was your choice.
yeah, that was my choice,
Mhm.
and I I found it quite interesting, like a taxation comparison between the taxation system and how we can do get a better taxation system in UK, taking some points from India and France,
Mhm.
few laws from India and France, and same with India, same with France. I had to show it like this.
Right. That was
But yeah, but whenever I needed help and I asked my professor, like, sir, I'm stuck at this part, how should I proceed? Like, I got help from them, like prompt reply. But there's also one thing I'd like to mention. Like, people here, they are very professional. Like, even the professors and everyone. So like, if you mail them at Friday night, you are not receiving any reply before Monday morning, because Saturday, Sunday, they don't go through their mail or anything. Most of the people, I'm not
Mhm.
talking about everyone, but most of the people, because Saturday, Sunday, they're considered it as a leisure day, like no
Mhm.
work, only fun. So but in India, I never felt that I could, like, even call up my any professor or mail him Sunday, Saturday, it doesn't matter, like.
Here it's
But
the
here they like genuinely follow this thing.
not just
Saturday,
that, even
Sunday,
after 5 o'clock, they don't reply.
yeah, like whenever their working hour ends, they'll
Goodbye.
not be replying. Yeah.
Yeah. And tell me, how are the practical projects like? Like, do you do more of like individual assignments or even group assignments? How is it like?
Individual assignment, this was my individual assignment.
Okay, so there are no group assignments here.
No, there are few, but no, as I said, like, not in my module. I know few friends, like, who have been in group assignments and all.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, like for example, you have a lecture on Monday. So you attend your lecture, like the 2 hour one. So do
Yeah.
you have any reading material before you have to prepare, or like how much reading do you have to do? Because obviously law you have pages and pages to read. So how does that look like?
So at the starting of the course, only the starting of that module, like,
Mhm.
we are given with all of our reading materials,
Okay.
and the best part, they also give a timetable. Like, week one, you should go through this
Mhm.
document, and in very detail, like, from this part to this part. This is important. Like, very organized way, they give us a timetable. Like, you need to read this, go through this, and then also there is this thing, essential materials and further readings. So,
Right.
like, materials is like which you'll have to go through, like,
Mhm.
essentially, that like, primarily, like, you'll have to go through that thing. And the further readings are, you might, or you
Mhm.
might go through, you may or you may not, you might go through,
So
but
how many
it is
pages?
always
You have like
compulsory.
hundreds of pages to read every day.
Yeah, but generally we all have to skim and skip and read it. So, like, and skimming and everything, that depends on, like, which module you are going through and how much idea you are already having about that module
Right.
or
So you
about that
said
subject.
every module is different. So you said one module has 200 students. So what is the minimum number of students you have had in a module?
So in the taxation module only, I had a minimum number of students of 15 or 16. Yeah, 16, including me.
Right.
16.
So that time you get more personal attention. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
definitely. Yeah.
And how many Indians are there at QMUL or your class in London?
To be very honest, I feel more Indians are there. Like,
That's
but
true everywhere.
yeah, but people from different nationalities also. Like, a lot of people from Brazil, people from Europe, China, from everywhere. In fact, like, from everywhere, from Pakistan. A lot of people from Pakistan. Mm,
Okay.
but the most of the people are from India. To be very honest. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the male female ratio? Are there more women in your university, more men? How does that look like?
That also depends on the modules.
Right.
Like, uh, I feel the ratio is more or less same. Like, but it depends on which module you are going. And suppose in my taxation module, uh, there were less guys and more girls, like
Okay.
somehow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we were around 4 guys, and rest all 11, 12 of them were girls. So
Right. So, law you have studied for 5 years in India and now compared to just 1 year of master's. So, do you think you have gained a lot more in terms of the knowledge, or is it like pretty much the same?
no, I can't say pretty much the same. I have gained more knowledge, but I like to say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Maybe, like if our semesters would have been a little bit relaxed, maybe if the course would have been of a 2 year course, 4 semesters and 2 semesters in 1 year, then everything would have been a lot relaxed. That is what I feel. I feel like we have all been in continuous rush, like semester got over, again, like you are totally into the next semester, because you'll not be having any time. And such vast materials we have, which we need to read, and the depth of the modules.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's very, like, I feel it would have been better if
It
it
was.
would have been a bit relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe 2 years course with 4 semesters, a bit relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So QMUL has multiple campuses. So the main one is at Myland, but I see that yours is not at Myland, or do you have some lectures at Myland? So what is that like?
It's a kind of mixed thing. So there is this CCLS campus, commercial law, corporate commercial law campus, that is in Holborn. So most of our like LLM, masters in law classes, and also like mm, people who are doing PhD and all
Mm-hmm.
in law, they have all of their classes in mm,
Myland.
the Holman campus,
Oh,
the
Holland.
CCLS campus. And few of our lectures are also held in Myland campus.
Mm-hmm.
That is also in third semester. I got one class in the Myland campus. The Myland campus is huge, vast, with a lot of things. You get a total campus feeling there. But the Holborn campus is just the building. You don't feel very campus. You know what I mean? Like,
That's how London is, right? Like
yeah, that's how London is basically.
mm-hmm.
But Milan campus actually makes me very happy also. Like, you see people chilling in the campus, the cafeteria, food, and people playing games after their classes, and getting involved in lot of activities after studies and everything.
So
So
that is
Milan
the
campus
way
is
you
happening.
interact with them much, right? Like
Yeah.
mm-hmm. And somebody told me recently about the strikes at QMUL, about the exams and things like that. Well, I'll tell you what information I received, and you can verify it and just tell me what actually happened. So I was being told that there are a lot of strikes and people are not, the exams are delayed or even cancelled, and a lot of people did not even have lectures. So that was
Yeah.
all gone, and but the assignments were still in place. Like basically, no lectures and assignments were there. And when
Assignments,
came to
exams.
marking, they were super strict, and a lot of people have failed. Like 25%, 30% people have failed, and people are really against it. Like, no teaching, then how are you supposed to do your assignments in that
Yeah,
sense?
even due to the strikes and this whole marking thing and everything,
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of people were not aware of, like, how to present their paper, or like how to structure it. Because if you're not guided on that thing, a lot of people will not be having idea. Like, hardly we are few, not even a year, like few months we are here in UK. What idea will we having about the marking scheme here, like how we are marked, how we are supposed to write. So if the professor do not guide us, it will actually be very difficult for us to figure it out.
Right.
that
So
that,
how did you
that, that
figure
is
it
ve-
out?
that is very true. No, so to be very honest, the first semester, all my modules which I took, none of the professor went for strike. But my friends, they had to face a lot of trouble. Like, basically, few of them hardly had like few classes in the entire first semester.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that is really sad, because like we are here to attend our classes, to study well and to get inputs from such high qualified professors
Mm-hmm.
and
But
teachers and
you say
everyone.
that
But
you had lectures, so you got that input from them.
yeah, it depends, like few professor, they take part in the strike, few of them do not.
Mm-hmm.
But for the marking, like we all got our papers bit later on, like after a month, after 2 months we got our marks sometimes. And sometimes few of the people, they did not even like receive their marks also, like yeah. Like I know a few people who are yet to like
Oh my
get marks
God.
from the second semester, like almost we are mm, about to get done with our desert, like get
Mm-hmm.
done with our dissertation and everything. Third semester will also be, but a
So do you
lot of
think
people will
overall,
get.
like in terms of the administration, is it like really a bit, not so professional, otherwise it's just the few professors you're talking about?
No, I not say not so professional. I not say that, like mm, they all are very professional. It just because of the strike, I feel like we can't
Mhm.
judge their professionalism or their kept like or the
Right. But as
productive nature
students
of
who are
the
investing so much
university.
money and going abroad, and if
Yeah.
they don't have, then how are they dealing with this? Like, it's obviously not fair. So what is the solution to that?
Mm,
Like,
like
just that thing.
yeah,
Another
it's
thing
a
I want
strike going on. It's a strike going on for
is fair, not
probably
so.
for equal wages.
Mm-hmm.
This strike is going for equal wages. So
Mm-hmm.
like they are doing this strike for a cause, okay,
Right.
and we are the ones who are getting affected. But um, we are also a part of the university. Like if students are not there, university is not a university. So
Makes sense.
like they should also consider this thing, like mm, mm, they like do strike, do revolt, that is fine, but it should not affect the students, because
Correct.
it's
Makes
the
sense.
students who make a university a university, like.
Mhm. So I have another question in terms of law. So again, like this is what, because I don't know, I'm a marketing student, but somebody told me that to practice law in UK, you have to like again 3 more years of studying, and you have to give another exam to make yourself qualified. So what is that like? Like, can you
So
not
basically
become a lawyer now?
that is for solicitorship, I think, which you are talking about. That is SQA exam.
Mm-hmm.
So there are yeah, SQA exam for for being a solicitor.
Okay.
um, so like without even giving that exam, you can work as a paralegal or legal assistant, or like in any law firm you can
Mhm.
work as a paralegal or legal assistant or something like that.
Right.
But if you will be the one going to the court and pleading, okay, so in that case you will have to give the SQE exams and clear it for being a
Right.
solicitor.
So for you at corporate law, you don't have to go to the court per se, and like, you don't have to fight.
Now
It's more
we
like professional, right? So for you also SQA is, I don't know that.
Yeah, yeah, it is like we do need, like all the corporate lawyers, they do need to go to
So
court.
you go and fight like, oh, so sorry, I have no
Yes,
idea.
yes.
Oh, I thought corporate law is more like, when the company comes to you and there are some legal battles and you just, find
No,
a loop.
I'll be making this thing clear to you. In most of the criminal cases, what we see in the movies, basically.
That's
See,
what I know. Yeah.
yeah. So the cross examination, what goes, that is most of them are criminal cases only. What we see in movies, so the
Mhm.
cross examination and this thing that you are asking that person, where you at that point of time, what you
Yeah,
were doing,
yeah,
with whom, to find an alibi or something like that. But in corporate cases, those things doesn't happen much, because most of the things are in paperwork already.
yeah. Mhm.
So the-
Is that how it is? So
yeah,
basically, if you want to work in proper corporate law, in a couple of years, you will have to give this exam, right?
yes,
I mean, if you want to work like not as a paralegal. So
yeah.
that is an exam which is, so does QMUL prepare you for that exam in some senses?
No, you that like that is a total separate thing. You'll have to
So what if you
prepare
do
it on
not
your
do
own.
your masters and directly give the SQA exam? Then can you directly come here? So how does your masters help you in your journey?
The masters give a more in-depth knowledge about the subject,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt about that, okay. And as of practice, I have seen lawyers like all over the world, like everywhere. Um, a good practicing lawyer, it's not necessary for him to do a master's or a PhD or
Mhm.
higher degrees.
Mhm.
He can be a very good lawyer, very good practicing lawyer, even after bachelor's also. Okay,
Makes sense. Mhm.
even after his bachelor's also. So in being a good practicing lawyer, doing a master's or any higher degree, that doesn't matter. But definitely higher degree, masters, it gives you a more in-depth knowledge about your subject. And as a, yeah, that is what, like if you have done your masters, that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be practicing amazing and you'll be having a
Right.
lot of clients. It is nothing like that.
Okay.
So,
So like now, you have 2 years of PSW work visa. So are you planning to give the
SQE, yeah.
SQEs? Are you planning to give that?
Maybe after like 1 hour of sorry 1 year of work experience, because to be very honest, I am not having any proper job experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the COVID time, which I when I used to work with my father and another CA, that was also very much, in lot of restrictions, lot of days, the work, like he used to ask me not to come, like don't come for work today, like I'm
Mhm.
closed, or like someone from his firm got COVID, so like 1 month of shutdown,
Mhm.
his chamber is shut down for a month.
Mhm.
So it was very much irregular because of the COVID time. So I'm
Mhm.
not having a very proper job experience. I want to get one proper job experience, and after that maybe I'll along with the job only, like I'll be preparing for SQE, and
Mhm.
like I'm planning to do it. I'm not
Not
sure.
very
So
good. Okay.
let's see, let's
Let's
see.
see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna give the exams. That's interesting. So now tell me, what is your favorite thing about your university?
The social events, like we have a lot of socializing events, going there, meeting a lot of people. And then there was this event organized where the alumni of Queen Mary, the lawyers, they were asked to come and give us advice for a job application and how to get a job out here and all. So I also met few alumni there, had a chat with him, chat with all of them over like food and drinks and everything was provided by our uni only.
Mhm.
And um, also few assistant professors, like who used to be like who used to teach, like teachers in second semester, first semester, like they were also in the event, and interacted with them as if they are uh, like just another student, like just they just one professor, like he sat just beside me at that event. And like we were gossiping about things, we were talking about things other not related to our subjects also. So we were talking about football, we were talking about like places to visit in UK. So it's good sometimes.
Mhm. So do you think like whatever advice you got after speaking to people who have worked here, were there any Indians who got a job?
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of Indians, like they did get a job
Mhm.
um as paralegal. They got a good jobs in like big firms and all, like
Right.
Ernest and Young, and like
Because until last year, we did not have the PSW work visa. So, for them, it was even more difficult to get a job here. So what do you think? Like what advice, like what did you learn that they did different so that it could help you or the others? Like how did they get the job?
to be very honest, I am not having friends with a lot of people like who have past last year, like last September intake. But
Mhm.
I do know a lot of people like who are January intake.
Right.
So they already had the option of the PSW thing, the post study work visa thing. But a lot of them landed job, not very though, like a quite number of, like a quite of them, like they got jobs before the expiry of their student visa, like even before applying for the
PSW one.
PPSW. uh, and like they got a sponsorship from their company as well, like for tire.
Oh. Mhm.
Yeah, Yes.
That's interesting. But tell me, what do you not like about university? Like one thing, if you're like, oh wait, this could be better.
I don't know. Do you know this thing about the campusing, the concept of campusing, placement from campus, the campusing concept, like companies when they come in your
In India,
campus.
how that is.
In India, in here
Mhm.
in UK, we don't have this that thing. Like I guess in every like
All
in
of
every
that.
university,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Mhm.
So I find that a bit, like it's like university will tell you like, okay, you are done with your course now, tata, bye, find your job. It's basically like that. So
Unfair, right? Yeah.
yeah, I don't like that thing, to be very
Mhm.
honest.
So, are you part of any clubs and societies at university?
Yeah, I was part in the music club, the art and craft club, and also I wanted to do the mountaineering club. So I also had a talk with the the climbing club and all.
Hmm?
But I'm being very honest, the 1 year master course will hardly like allow you to get involved in this kind of
Mm-hmm. So,
thing.
Queen Mary's Freshers Week is like very popular. Like you have
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
billions
yeah,
of parties. So
yeah,
can you
yeah.
just share something about that? Like how are they? Are they really worth the hype?
Exactly, wild party. People were crazy the first week. Oh my god, like every other day, like they are going to like our uni only used to organize things for us. So like for the 2 weeks, every day we had something or the other. Like for 15 days, we something or the other. We got tired of, you know, going to clubs, parties, going for this event, going for that event. Yeah, we got tired after the first 2 weeks. We were like, no, I'm not going to any more event like for the next month at least.
Right.
It
Because
was
at
like
King's
that.
Week had only like a couple of parties, but like your list like went on forever. Like there were
Yeah.
parties everywhere.
Queen, many people are happening, more happening.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I have to agree with that because the level of like social life you have had is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
So that time also you might have made a lot of friends in the university, like that gives
Yes, yeah,
you
exactly, and also from like different nationalities and different streams, like who are doing a lot of like AI people from artificial doing a course in artificial intelligence and
Mhm.
a lot of other things also, like a lot of innovative other fields, like it was
Mhm.
really really good too. People doing course in creative writing and all,
Right.
like.
So when I talk about your assignments again, sorry, coming back to that. So, at least in marketing and business, so when we do an assignment, it is always very research based in the sense that we have to do proper referencing. But how is it for lawyers? Like, is it like more opinionated or again, it's very like theoretical?
See, research, like we also have to do a lot of research, but in law, I feel it is more on your analytics, like what you're analyzing on that thing, on your like what you're analyzing and what
Mhm.
your critical thinking, that thing. I feel you're marked on that basis mostly. That
Mhm.
is what I feel. So
Right.
your critical thinking and your analysis needs to be, and also there is this thing of uh, nothing right or wrong. You need to back up your like whatever reason you're giving. You need to whatever answer you're giving, you need to back up it with proper reasonings, like solid reasonings, and so that your professor, like, or anyone who is going through your paper, checking your answers and marking you, that person needs to be convinced about your on your reasonings,
Mhm,
on
mhm.
your analysis of that topic or that subject. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So you said that in terms of your career, they had this alumni meeting where you got to interact with others. But other than that, how is university helping you to build your career? Are they helping you with CV workshops or how is that?
Yes, yes. That was a really good thing. This so we have this career council thing. So like any issue regarding our career or application of jobs and everything, like they ask to send us our CV, and then they point us like, you need to make these changes, these things, change these things, put this. They guide us with your CV and how you should proceed with your job application and all, everything.
Is it very law based or is it very generic? Like,
It's generic. It's for everyone, not only for law. It's for everyone, every other courses.
okay. So like how is the attendance like? Like, can you miss classes? Because I know like a couple of people who are studying marketing here, and I, initially because I was only taking marketing interviews, I had reached out to them and they were like, oh, I never went to university, so I don't know what to talk. So how is that like?
So the first semester, because of the COVID reasons, a lot of people used to attend the class online. Okay,
Mhm.
even if they have booked the class for in person, a lot of people used to attend the class online.
Okay.
The restriction was not, like strict in the first semester, but in the second semester, the restriction got a little bit strict because they were like taking up the COVID restrictions. So the university was more emphasizing on you need to attend in-person classes. Like people who are booking for the in-person classes, you need to come to the campus and attend classes.
Mhm.
And so I'd like to show you this. So like the ID card we have,
Mhm.
whenever we go inside the campus, we tap it in, and on that basis our attendance is like
Attendance is noted.
attendance is done.
But do you know people who did not attend and have flunked the semester or things like that?
uh, mm, Most of them who did, they gave like reasons. Maybe they were not well, or they got affected
Mhm.
by COVID, or any other reason, or they went back to India, like back to their country for some reason. They had
Right.
to attend some family
Okay.
issues or anything. Yeah.
Okay. So then again, talking about your career and jobs after. So have you already started applying for jobs?
I have, but I have not get any positive response yet. But yeah, to be very honest, I have been bit reluctant, like apply, because I'm a bit more busy now in
There is a.
like dissertation. Like I just want to get done with my dissertation first.
Mhm.
I'll be applying for the PSW, and I'll be having time for job application, because there is no any deadline for job application, right?
Correct. Mhm.
So I'm a bit more focused in my dissertation right now, not
When you
applying
see
a lot.
about your classmates who especially come from India or Pakistan or like these South Asian countries, so
Yes.
you might be one of the very few who has like 10 internships. That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
But many students might have only one or two internships.
Yeah,
So how do
definitely.
you like, even for you, if it is hard, like a person who does not have, like, what is the solution? Like, would they even get a
It's all
job?
the same. It's all the same. Even I'm at the same position as them after doing 10 internships. It's all the same.
But at least in the interview, because of your experience, you might be able
Yeah,
to.
maybe they might consider, they might just consider it.
Right.
It depends.
But
It
then
depends.
how do you stand out in your application? Like, what different can you do? Because like if you have done 10 and it's the same, and without doing anything, it's the same, then how is the competition and how are you even distinct? Like, you get the question?
Yeah, like in the job market
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. I'd be able to give you the answer once I get the job.
Mhm. Because at least in marketing, like whatever I've applied, even
Yeah,
I haven't started applying as much, but
yeah,
whatever I've seen, like me, even I have done like 8, 9 internships. So that definitely does matter for me.
yes.
Yeah, because I'm really surprised that it does not matter for law as much. So, like, do you think doing some online courses and building up that more skill sets would be helpful?
That might be, but one thing about your marketing, I would like to say, the basic concept of marketing is, like same globally. That is what I feel. Maybe the preferences will be different. Like people in India, their preferences will be a bit different. People in UK, their preferences will be different. So you'll have to adjust the way you are marketing it on that basis.
Correct.
But the principal concepts is more or less same, right? But in law, I feel there are vast changes in the procedural, like in the procedural part. Like you'll have what we did in India, like how I worked in the high court or in the lower courts in India. Mm, Here it might be, like way different from what I used to do in my internship back in India.
Mhm. So very controversial question. But if you had to choose some other university other than QMUL to do your master's in law, which one would you choose and why?
So,
Being a
so,
lawyer, I want to know your diplomatic answers as well.
like I have while application while applying for my LLM, I've applied for few other colleges like Queen's University Belfast. There is this one in Northern Ireland.
Mhm,
Then University of Exeter, Cardiff, Southampton,
mhm.
Leeds. Mm, University of Leeds was my like second
Sure.
option, like
Mhm.
after Queen.
Green. So
And
do you think being in London has like, do you have an advantage of that? That's why did you
yeah,
choose?
definitely that was the main reason why I chose Queen Mary.
Mhm.
uh, and also like you have better options like LSE, UCL, these universities. I'm not considering Oxford and Cambridge. Okay, so like
How is
that's
law at KCL?
King's
Mm-hmm.
King's College. Yeah, King's College law is also very good. I have few friends like, yeah, I have few friends from like King's College. Even they like their LLM is also really good. Like they are very engrossed in it, and they work hard. They are always working or researching, and yes.
Right. So do you think because your university was so hectic, did you manage to do any part-time jobs during your course?
Yeah. I feel here part time is necessary, because it's a part of life here. Like I feel like everyone, irrespective
I
of.
haven't done any part-time.
No, but I'm talking about people like who are from UK, people who are from Europe,
Mm-hmm.
like who are staying here, like irrespective of like their family background or their
Mm-hmm.
financial
Oh, in that
status, or
sense. Yeah, yeah.
irrespective of everything, they do stay involved in any some other part time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It helps you. I feel it helps you to manage. To at least it helps you to learn how to manage your work, your studies, your home. You need to do everything: cook food, clean things, arrange things, go for grocery shopping, then go for part time, then you need to study, you need to go attend classes, you need to
Exactly.
go for the social events and make connections also, everything. I feel like it like it helped me, like like being involved in everything, like doing everything, not leaving out
So what
anything.
I've seen, especially the first semester, when everything is so new, overwhelming, like you have to figure out your own self and your own life. That time,
That time,
usually
nah,
people
nah,
don't do part time. So have you?
even I started from my second semester, like after I got over with my exams of first
Mhm.
semester, I started with my part
And
time.
where were you working?
So I work two places. One in there are a lot of organizations which um, like gives you shift in a lot of stadiums, like football matches in England, like in UK, like people, they are crazy about football. Okay,
Mhm.
so football matches, you just go, you have to work in the till, like give them burger, hot dogs, beers, soft drinks. You're working at a till. So but that was very irregular, like only on the dates of the matches
So did you
you,
use
you
the
get it.
host app for that?
Sorry.
Did you use that app called Host for that?
uh nah, a friend of mine, he suggested me there's this company company Michael Wisher, so
Mhm.
they do the same. So
Okay.
I applied, and then mm, they
You
gave me
got-
the
Okay.
offer.
And what
Yeah.
were the rates more or less? Like how much can students expect to earn?
uh I was being paid around 11.5 per hour.
Okay, that's good. Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
after and after that I joined a restaurant because I felt that was irregular, like uh,
Time.
you don't have a fixed date. Any day the match might be, and they just call you up. It's on you though whether you want to attend the shift or not,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're not attending, it's your loss only, like
Yeah, you don't earn that time.
yeah, you don't earn.
And how
So
long are the shifts that time?
then 6 7 hours sometimes, yeah,
Mhm.
6 7 hours, yeah.
Okay. And then at a restaurant. So how did you get that one?
That also like through a friend. Like he got the part time there, and then he was like, bro, they need people, they need more waiter. So like, will you? Then I was like, yeah, man. Like, my this stadium shifts, they are very irregular, so it will be very convenient for me if I just can fix 2 dates, in a restaurant, 2 dates when I'm not having classes, or like that.
Okay.
Um, because you can set your life more in routine, because I have Thursday and Saturday I have part time. I
Okay,
don't have
that makes
class that
sense.
day.
Mhm.
um, like your once you're in routine, I feel like it gets easier for you to manage things.
Right. So another question I have, like in terms of jobs, so because you're doing corporate law, so I've seen that corporate law is much in demand. So a lot of students are pursuing that because there are jobs there. But if somebody who is not doing corporate, like for example, like maybe criminal law or I don't know, so many names, but do you think do they have equal opportunities, or for upcoming students who are coming to the UK, you would recommend one path over the other?
See, I only like to say one thing. I rather I'd like to ask you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do you know any field or any sphere where there is no legal involvement? Can you name one thing?
No.
So lawyers are important. Whatever you are studying, crime has been since the like starting of the
Right.
society and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So criminal lawyers will always be valued. Company, company law came when conflicts were being started between companies and the international trade, and that will always be there. International trade, company being involved in business transactions and everything. So company disputes will always be there. So importance from company lawyers will be there,
Right.
and a lot of new things are coming, like digital law, digital IP law, and
Correct.
like these things, the AI law. As I said, like I'm having this friend who is doing artificial intelligence. So
Mhm.
AI law, that is also a new thing which is coming up and all. Like these are, I feel every fear of law is important.
So
Like
whatever your passion is, they
every,
can do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You are going to find a job. That's not.
And also I think like people like lawyers, they can like I'm working as, suppose I'm working as a corporate lawyer now, and I get a like I just feel like after 2 3 years now, man, like I want to work as like on few criminal cases as well. I have the freedom to do it. Like nothing binds me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the final thoughts, like, can you just share something about QMUL, like whatever, anything else which I might have missed and like students would like to know?
uh the campus camp I'd like to say about our campus. I personally, I haven't enjoyed the Myland campus a lot. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because most of my classes, as I said, like they used to happen in the hall one campus. But also there is a plus point about the hall one campus is just like that the entire area is like full of big offices, firms. So when you are out of your CCLS building, you get to meet people from LSE, meet people from King's,
Yeah.
and yeah. So like both the places have its perks, but the campus fun, the cafeteria, people playing, people chilling, that feel you'll get more in the Mylan campus
Mm-hmm. But
than
that's
what
not
you
a
get in the
reason
hall.
not to do law, right? Because again, like even though you have not enjoyed Myland, but you have still enjoyed your time at QMU. That's right.
Yeah. No, I have enjoyed my time in at the Myland campus as well, because our library is in the Myland campus, a huge like law library, very big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good, like just go sit there, read, do your research. I feel library is the best place to complete your assignments as
100%.
fast as possible. In
Mhm.
room, you just like
Everybody is like studying to get
yeah.
into it. And if you have to give like the best advice for somebody who wants to study law in UK or in QMUL, like right now, like in retrospective, like what advice would you have liked and what advice would you like to give somebody who is coming now?
Sometimes I think it would have been like I would have been a benefit if I had 2 to 3 years of work experience back in India, like in any big firm or under any like senior advocate, you know,
Mhm.
uh,
But
two
that
three
doesn't
years of
sound great.
2 3 solid experience in commercial law, because as I'm doing commercial law now, so 2 3 years of solid work experience in that would have been bit like beneficial for me. It would have been bit easier, to contribute more to the class, because I have seen the people like who had work experience, like they used to contribute a lot, like they used to have proper like 15-20 minutes proper discussion, like in a 2 hours class, 15-20 minutes proper discussion with the professor, like it's as if the like they both are, because his experience, he's having practical knowledge about that exact field which we are being like, taught in the class.
Mm-hmm,
Like he'll
mm-hmm.
be giving us the practical thing, like what in work, how you need to deal with these situations, like in practically how it happens and all.
So more than a
So
fresher is better. But again, like if even if they have worked for 2, 3 years, and in UK that does not matter because then Indian experience won't count.
no, internship only in case of internship, because internships are what, for like 2 months, 3 months, not more than that. But when you are working somewhere for 2 to 3 years, that counts. That will be having a value. That will be having a value in India. And once and if it's like a big mm, mm,
Name. Hmm.
law firm, yeah, big name, then yes, definitely it adds a lot to your
Right.
CV, and like it
Right.
contributes like for you to, it'll be easier for you to get a job here in UK. That is what I feel.
Okay. So these are my questions. Thank you so much, Raunak. You're very insightful. If anybody has any doubts, can they reach out to you on LinkedIn or something like that?
Yeah, sure, definitely, anytime.
I'm going to add his LinkedIn in the description box below.
Sure.
And thank you so much for your time. You want to say something?
Yeah, I would like to say, like, for the people like who are planning to come here to study, I like to say, like, come here, like it's really good out here. Okay, the winters are a bit cold, but otherwise it's very good out here. Make friends from like different nationalities, uh, study, work, do part time, uh, and like have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like have fun. That's the main part. Like enjoy your life here. That
I think you are
that's
the
very
best
important.
advocate for that because, like, out of all the people, the most fun you have had. You have attended so many concerts of people you like, and you have roamed all over the UK. And along with that, you have studied, done part time. So, you have managed it all, I must say.
Yes, sure.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Rana.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Bye.